surprised us with that way to be 1-0 down. And then a glaring mistake and they capitalise on it, and all of a sudden you're even more surprised, because for the first 30 odd minutes I thought we were good. And then the biggest gripe of the lot is that the third goal is, from our point of view, is just madness. I don't know where they're all going, I don't know why they're all running over to the ball. That one's madness, and that's such an important goal. But anywhere in the Premier League, but particularly away from home, and particularly here with new manager coming in and all the rest of it.
Did you work on training for the first goal, Marcus Rashford hanging deep?
The most important thing on set pieces is the staff, so congratulations on the staff, great job. And of course we knew that also you can see how big they are, you know, how small we are as a team today in our lineup. So we try to fill the game and to see where we have the space to create danger.
It wasn't as easy as it looked today. It was a difficult game. I think Ahmad done well counter-pressing for two of the goals. You know, it's important for the players to understand these strengths of individuals, so we can, you know, feed off each other and do what we can to get the win.
Ahmad, what a huge performance by him.
Yeah, it's really big in talent, small in size, but he did a great job. He also has to improve, but I think he's in the very good moment. But I think that 3 games that Ruud was in charge of this team helped a lot Ahmad, and Ahmad is now helping me.
Yeah, he was really good again. He's in the great moment, but that moment starts with Ruud. So I just take advantage of Ruud's work with Ahmad. He was really good defending and really good attacking. So he has to continue to play like that. You could feel it in the end of the game. He was really tired. So you have also to manage that to increase his physical ability.
Rob.
Spoken to you for the press conference about having to lift some of the players mentally because of what they've gone through the start of the season. It's been quite a difficult start to Joshua Zirkzee career here. Hasn't played probably as much as he'd hoped. Is that something that you've worked on with him? Obviously, he scored twice today. It's fantastic for him. But have you felt that you needed to lift his confidence a little bit since you've been here?
First thing, I need all the players to cope with all the games. So he's one of them, and I just try to help my players, put them in the good position for their characteristics. And I think today was really hard. It will be really hard even for Rasmus to fight with the 2 central backs of Everton. So we try to push them to a position that they are not so comfortable. And Josh did a great job. Scored 2 goals is always important for the confidence, but more important than that is the performance, the way he fought in every situation. So it was a good day for him and for our team.
Gaston.
Ruben, congratulations on the results. 3 goals now that you've scored almost directly from kick-off. Is that something you work on in training or try and instill in the guys in the dressing room?
No, I'm just so really lucky. I'm really lucky. No, we just want to play well. Because it's better to start a game by scoring. But if you look at these 3 games, all the decisive moments was for us, and you have to acknowledge that. Today we start very well, but then we lose the control of the game. We were following the ball without any possession after the 15 minutes, but then we score in the set pieces play. So that was key point for us. And then near the halftime, we score again. Then in the first play again, we score the 3rd goal. So we have to acknowledge that in the right moments, in these 3 games, we score goals. On Thursday, I think we control very well the ball in the possession. Today, we had some difficulties after the 15 minutes, and we had some possessions just to keep the ball, not to be so dangerous. But let's see, 3 games without training, they did a great job. So this victory more from the players than the coach.
Let's have a look at Ahmad as well, don't you, David? But also the combinations that he had, particularly down the right. Marcus Rashford was one, but also Jonathan Zirkzee.
Yeah, I thought they both played very well today. I thought Zirkzee's link-up play was excellent. I mean, and right from the start, you know, they look as if they're confident playing it into him, and it let other people go beyond him, which he did do. He found people with the pass then, and but all game I thought Diallo was a real threat. You know, and this was an early on. He was getting at the full-back. Full-back was in his back foot all the time, and the pass didn't quite come off here. But once again, you know, the ball was played out. His pressing was terrific. You know, won the ball back. And it was a poor mistake by Everton, but he won the ball back really well and sets up Zirkzee for the finish. So, you know, really good play by Diallo. And this was the start. This was the kick-off of the second half. And I just couldn't understand why Mykolenko went so far across the pitch and left Diallo free. Again, Zirkzee then links it up, played out, and allows Diallo to get forward. And again, just a bit better defending by Everton, but unbelievably good weighted pass, which allows Rashford to get the chance to score. And even here, later on, you know, they clear the box, Man United. And I wouldn't have expected Diallo to get out of the situation here. He's surrounded. They find a way of getting out. And I don't think anybody would have expected to win a tackle with Tarkowski. But I've got to say, you know, the final pass here allows Zirkzee to finish it, one-touch finish, gets himself a couple of goals in the game. Both of them played really well for United today. They really did.
In his 5 Live interview afterwards, Ruben Amorim said that he thought the scoreline was misleading. And certainly at times in the first half, when it was goalless, Everton had plenty of chances.
Well, yeah, for the first 25 minutes, half an hour or so, Everton got into some really, really promising positions, but their final pass was poor, and this is one of the reasons why they've not scored in the last 4 games and only scored 10 all season. They work it really well, and I'm thinking, go on, carry on, don't stop. No need to come back in on that left foot. You've created the space. You've done really, really well, and their good play, as I said, a lot of it came in this early part of the game, and Dye did really well. Gets you into a really good position, and you're looking for a good ball in there because you've got enough opposition attackers in there, I should say. You've got 5 options. Yes, it comes into Beto, but you take a touch and you take another touch, and then all of a sudden Man United are back. They've got numbers back, and they're able to clear it. Again, that's a really good ball in behind for Beto. He goes around the keeper. Not a great chance, but a decent one. You'd hope to hit the target. And Dye again, look at that there. You think, yes, your eyes are opening up. That final pass again, which I don't think is a difficult pass either side, left or right. And then all of a sudden, they get punished.
Yeah, and this was something which I think Everton and Dyche's teams have always been very good at, defending set pieces. But they've given up the edge of the box. You know, they've decided to fill the box a little bit more, given up the edge of the box, and they lose it. And it takes a deflection in the way through, but nevertheless, it was really well worked by United. And this one is really unlike, I think, Dyche's teams. I don't think they give many goals away. I think they defend really well, and they have done over several seasons. But they just seem to give goals away today, and really, really unlike Everton and, as I say, Dyche's sides. And this one, just mentioned a little bit earlier on, you know, I just don't quite understand why they've gone so far across the pitch and left Diallo as free as it is.
And Dyche said that as well, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. You know, and again, Zirkzee for me, you know, it sets the play up, and it allows other United players to run beyond them. And a lovely weighted pass and a finish, but poor defending by Tarkowski as well, that not to go and track Rashford all the way in. Yeah. And just here, generally, I'm looking at Everton and saying, well, he can't get out of that spot. You've got to win the ball here. And, you know, Tarky will not like this at all, because this looks really poor. He should deal with this much better. Either he's got to tackle it or he's got to pass it out, and it opens it up. But again, it just didn't seem really like Everton there.
Is that, I mean, defensively, as you've pointed out, in the main, they've been okay. Yeah. So do you just write that off as a bad day at the office?
Well, I think he's got a couple of really good central defenders, and he's got a really good goalkeeper as well, which has helped him through the last couple of seasons as well get results. And you've talked a little bit about not scoring quite so many goals, but Dyche's always had them really, really well organised. They don't make many mistakes. Just today looked like a day where they get caught out a couple of times.
Well, historically, they are not great going forward. Yeah. And Sean Dyche says over the last 3 or 4 years, they haven't been great attacking-wise. I mean, this month, they haven't scored.
Yeah, there's no goals in the last 4 games. As I said, joint fewest goals in the league in terms of scoring, 10. That has to improve, because as they saw today, they don't take those chances. You know that the opposition at some stage are going to get one, and they're probably going to take one, and the pressure piles onto you if you don't score.
And the pressure piles on when you look at the fixture list that they've got coming up. We've got midweek round of Premier League games this week. So that's Wolves at home. And where you consider where Wolves are, David, compared to the sides that they then have coming up, Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea and Manchester City. There's huge pressure on this game on Wednesday night.
Yeah, there is. But, you know, I think Everton have got enough to make sure that they stay out of it, but they're going to have to win the games what they can. I mean, today's was always going to be a hard game for them against Manchester United, you know, no matter what it would be. And Dicey had sort of alluded to that in his commentary. But I have to say that they gave away goals today, which was really unlike them. They'll need to be much better defensively. They'll need to get their set pieces back working, because over the last season or two, they've been very good defending and attacking.
Is that must win on Wednesday?
Yes.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so, yeah, particularly with those games afterwards. I do think that they will have enough, and they're not going to be judged against Manchester United away. They'll be looking to that game, Wolves, to Ipswich, to Southampton, and all the other teams in and around them. And historically, or over the years, they always just had enough and been slightly better. And I do think that still will be the case.
Ruben, it's been quite a while since Manchester United fans saw a 4-0 scoreline here at Old Trafford. How good was that out there this afternoon?
Yeah, the result was good, but we were pragmatic. I think was not pretty, but we were pragmatic. We did our job is to win, but you can feel it that we have a long way to go. So you can feel it in the first minutes that we are okay, and then Everton controls a little bit the game, and then in the right moments we had the goals that changed a little bit the game. So you have to not just focus on the result, but focus on the way the result appear. So we have like before the game. We have so much to do, but it's better to work with victories. But let's focus on the performance more than the result.
Okay, but talking to Marcus Rashford, who is busy in this interview area as well, he said it was more difficult than the scoreline would suggest.
Of course, you can feel it during the game. We have some moments. It's like it's not like a line of top performance. It's like a roller coaster of the performance. So we have to understand that. We have to feel that in the game we have some moments that we are good, but in the other moments we have to suffer. I think we did it again, like in the last game for Europa League. But we need time to train and time to improve. But like I said, it's better to work with victories.
Yeah, you're not going to get that time to train as much because of the way that the fixture list is here in the Premier League, but also in cup competitions as well. One of those things you did tell me, though, before the match was Joshua Zirkzee. You saw something in him in training and you thought it was an idea that might work out well, and it certainly did.
Yeah, it's everything for the player, because he did a great job. 2 goals, it's good for his confidence, but it's that things that you have an idea, but was not because I select them that I have like a epiphany. It was nothing like that. We need fresh legs, and then they are good players and they can solve some problems that the team cannot solve at the moment, but the players are helping a lot, so congratulations to the players.
I mentioned another of the players, Marcus, but 2 goals for him as well. And you've spoken about how you want to get him back to his best, but there just seems to be a spark and an energy about him right now.
Yeah, a new coach is always like that, but he has so much to improve, so much to do, and he can do so much better. So let's focus on the performance, not just the results or the goals. We all have to improve, but congratulations to the players. Great job.
Time since the 4-0 scoreline was here at Old Trafford. How good was that to play in?
Yeah, it's obviously a nice result. I think it's important now. Obviously, new coach, new way of playing, and we're still learning. So we have to try and back this performance up with another good performance, and hopefully win in the week.
You say a new coach, but 3 goals in 2 Premier League starts for you. He's already spoken this week about wanting to get you back to your very best.
Yeah, I think that's the aim for all of us, as individuals. And even when you are at your best, you keep trying to push to improve. So even in the bad moments, you keep doing the same thing.
The other thing he did speak about as well was having this emotional connection. He said he felt it with supporters. As players, do you feel that emotional connection already with him?
I think it's still gonna build and gonna grow the more we get used to him. He's coming at a very busy period, so hopefully we're all willing that connection keeps growing and keeps getting stronger. But honestly, he's coming with a great attitude, and it's passed back on to the players. So we're happy, and we're just looking forward to the next game.
It's so good as well, if you are a Manchester United fan or player, to hear the noise around this stadium again, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I think that's one of the most special things about the club, the atmosphere, and playing at this historic stadium is always an amazing feeling.
And it sets you up quite nicely. Obviously, Arsenal next in the Premier League, but this momentum, this confidence, this building, you can take that into that match now.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's what it's about. We need to find consistency and definitely consistency in the way that we play, but also consistency in results as well. So that'll be the main focus going into the next game.
Has it given you a spark?
It's early on, but I feel energised. I feel ready for the next game, and it's obviously this game's only just finished, but that's always the main focus for the players. The next one.
Well, you go again. Good luck in the week.
Cheers, thank you.
2 minutes, I thought we were a good outfit. We looked a progressive outfit. We broke the play. We played well. We opened them up. The final pass, the final finish, we know that's been a task for us ever since I've been at the club. That happened again today, and then one mistake leads to another mistake, and before you know it, you're 2-0 down. And then a third one straight after kick-off, which is my biggest gripe. I mean, I looked at that and I don't know where they're going on such a simple aspect of the game. But it goes to show you, if you don't stay tuned in all the time, then it doesn't work for you. And today that was a case of mistakes and too many.
Well, he's done what Erik ten Hag never managed to do, which is win a league game by 4 goals. What have you made of him in the early stages?
Yeah, I mean, he's impossible not to like. He's just such a... I know it doesn't really count for anything, but he seems like a really nice guy. He's always smiling. There's been so much pressure and so much negativity at Manchester United. And it's actually nice to come in and realise what a privilege it is to manage that football club and smile and enjoy it and be open and communicate. And I think the players are probably going to enjoy working under him. But he just seems like he's got that it. I don't know how you calculate it, but I just think, I saw him on Thursday, spoke to him. He's such a charming guy. You just want him to do well. And the fans before the game in the tunnel, I've never seen them in about the last 8 to 10 years that excited for somebody to come out for his first game at Old Trafford. So it was nice to see.
Can you see a discernible difference already? I mean, there's a tactical difference, playing 3-4-3 with wing-backs. Can you smell and sense a difference outside of a system about the team?
I think that's going to take time. But one thing is he's got a lot of really good players, but do they fit into how he wants to play with 3-4-3? That's going to take a bit of time. He's giving everybody a little bit of an audition. And I think he's probably going to want to get a few players that suit this maybe a little bit more. But he looks like he's going to stick to this 3-4-3, which he had amazing success with at Sporting.
Well, Diallo's audition at right wing-back's going well, isn't it? I mean, to be fair, he was good last season.
Was.
For Ten Hag as well. This is not like it's suddenly he's appeared from nowhere.
And again, how many times have I sat here and said it was a mystery when he was at Sunderland Rangers why they spent all the money that they did on Anthony and Jadon Sancho when they had Ahmad on their books. I mean, Xerxes got a couple of goals today, which will give him confidence. Rashford got a couple of goals today, which will give him confidence. But my man of the match, I thought by a million miles, was Ahmad. This is what he can do. This is why I think Ruben Amorim will like him, because he doesn't mind working hard off the ball. He doesn't mind pressing, closing down. He's got an eye for a pass. Xerxes there gets his goal. Bruno Fernandes. This is the little bit of a worry because Bruno Fernandes played on the left-hand side and he's not going to be wanting to jump out to right-backs every now and again. But the little things like this from Ahmad, it's for a pro, it's quite easy, a 5-yard pass, but you've got to be tuned in and switched on to make sure the weight of pass is there. So all his decision-making was good. He was smart. Yeah, he's chasing down, closing down again, putting Everton under pressure. And he doesn't mind working hard, which for Amorim he will love, because you've got a blank canvas there and you recognise the talent. And then you go, right, can I get him to work hard? It's a given, I think, with Ahmad. It's not like you've got to ask him or tell him to do it. I think he knows. And like Owen said about Amorim being happy to be there, I think Ahmad will be the player that probably benefits the most.
They need people that can run in this system, in this formation. One of those young lads, Ahmad, he can do that. Obviously, you think about Kobe, Manu in midfield play today, and Casemiro. Great players, but not the quickest. So Amorim needs more players that can do this. So if anything, it's going to be more the types of Ahmad. And I think he's the type of player you want to keep in the team.
Yep. It's going to make it himself difficult to drop the way he's going. We need to talk about your old club.
Do we?
We do. 4 games, no goals.
Grinding. Trying to grind out 0-0s to try and get into the new stadium. It was a painful watch today. It was bizarre.
Try and get to the new
That's
stadium.
all they're doing. They've been doing it for 5 years.
Don't want to be in the new stadium in the Championship.
Mate, they've been doing it for 5 years. Everton are just existing. That's all we are doing at the minute. We're existing to get into the new stadium. Bizarrely enough, the first 25, 30 minutes of the game, Everton played quite well. And to touch on Owen's point there, Man United played well today when they had the ball, but they were really average when they didn't have the ball, because Casemiro, great player, and Eriksen, great player, and Kobe Mainoo, good players, but they can't get around the pitch. And Everton opened them up quite a few times, but my goodness me, Mark, every time they had the final ball to slip Beto in or slip someone else in, Dwight McNeil, their passing and their decision-making was so bad.
They might get opened up in their next 6 fixtures, by the way.
Absolutely. I mean, it just shows you now, the Wolves game now.
Makes the Wolves game huge, that, doesn't it? The 4 after it.
Because if they don't take 3 points against Wolves, you can see a scenario. Yeah, they bit Liverpool at Goodison last year, at the tail end of last season when it really mattered. That'll be a little bit hostile, but you'd make Liverpool massive favourites.
That's not a happy holidays, that.
Where's the points coming from?
Yeah.
Where's the points coming from?
They're not coming there.
So all Everton are doing, a bit like last season and the season before, they're hoping there's 3 teams worse than them.
There will be.
Hopefully.
There will be.
3 teams worse without the points deduction, stuff going on this season. Yeah. No, it's going to be a bit difficult. And this is what it does to the table. It puts Manchester United up into the top half, into 9th. And as you can see, suddenly, only 4 points off those Champions League places. Brighton currently in 4th. Manchester City have been nudged down to 5th because Chelsea have gone into the top 3, like Arsenal, 6 points away from the leaders, Liverpool. Aston Villa drop into the bottom half, into 12th after that defeat at Chelsea. They are now 8 without a win in all competitions, and that is the longest such run under Unai Emery. Everton stay 15th after their defeat at Old Trafford. Welcome back to Anfield. So Manchester United have scored 3 goals in the first half already under Ruben Amorim. Only got 1 under Erik ten Hag all season, and they're 2 goals to the good. It's gone down as a Marcus Rashford goal, but it was a well-worked set piece from Manchester United.
It was, yeah. I think it was worked as well, because I think you can see a lot of the Manchester United players almost making an early run. 1 or 2 of them pinning their man. I think De Ligt is one of them, pinning Decore, and that just leaves a huge space on the edge of the box for Rashford, who plays a little bit safe. You know, the ball bounces and he just concentrates on keeping the ball down. But you look at all the space he's got in the world there. He does well to keep it down. And when you hit the ball towards goal, and anything can happen, of course. I think, is that just sneaking in? I think it'd be very, very cruel if you didn't give Rashford that.
You'd be claiming that all day long,
100%. Yeah, 100%.
And we're hearing the new number 2, Carlos Fernandes, is in charge of set plays, and he's getting a bit of credit on the dugout.
Oh, look, the high fives will be going on in this modern world that we live in. Hey, it's cool. I'm all for it. Everton are really strong. Sean Dyche prides himself on getting first contact in the box. It was savvy, it was clever. Marcus Rashford being on the edge of the box, you kind of probably take your eyes off him a little bit. A good ball from Fernandes, and as you say, Michael, there just looked on getting contact into that area. Impossible for Pickford. Braithwaite, it's an honest mistake, isn't it?
And knowing Sean Dyche like we do, he won't want to see this second goal in a hurry from Everton's point of view, will he?
No, this will hurt. This will, because I think Everton started really well. I think they had some great chances on the counter-attack. United didn't look too sure. Great pressing, though. Amorim will be absolutely over the moon with this, and Xerxes, it's a big finish for his team to go 2 up.
Yeah, brilliant pressing from Ahmad, isn't it? He really... Look at that. I mean, he sets off early, he gambles, he leaves his man, actually, and then leaves his second man. I think so.
That's
what
that
we're
forward
talking
thinking,
about.
though, Michael.
Yeah.
That's having trust in the person behind you, meaning you can attack the ball, you can press, and you get results like this. He'll be over the moon with that.
Yeah, Ahmad right on the front foot. Brilliant. That's what caused the opportunity. And Fernandes, when he gets in that situation, he never picks the wrong pass, does he? Absolutely brilliant. And yeah, I do think it's flattered them a little bit. I think Everton have been quite good, actually. I mean, they've looked a lot more threatening than I thought they would be. Just the final pass has just not quite been there. But Manchester United, as I said before the game, they're looking only in a small sample, but they're looking much better going forward.
2-0 Manchester United at half-time, 2-0 Chelsea.
Ya saltan, uno cae el barrio. Es determinante cuánto daño puede hacer el conjunto de 1K, sobre todo con Granero en esas primeras de cambio en la salida de escalera. Así que esa parte del partido va a ser absolutamente clave para el equipo de Iker Casillas. Por cierto, felicitar porque ha venido una buena afición de 1K.
Tiene la pelota Gerard Noya en cara, sigue Noya, dispara, Arnaldo.
80 paradas.
Ya para Arnaldo. Gil Vidal ataca desde la derecha el número 9. Gil Vidal con el centro, buena pelota, Arché, con la rodilla le pegó. Pues es el que desatasca un poco el partido, ¿no? Con centros, ojo ahí, se golpea, el remate, ¡gol! ¡Mar Valiente! ¡Gol! es terreno de los cañonazos de Granero, a la que tengo un mínimo de espacio. ¡Le pega Granero! Bueno, pues es decirlo. Y ahí lo tenemos. El tema es que el remate le ha salido centrado. Abraham, buena pelota, banda derecha. Vamos a ver qué hace ahí Fran Rodríguez. Se mete en el área, sigue Fran. ¡Qué bien, Fran! Se va de dos, el remate fuera.
¡Chicos!
A ver si acierta. ¡Claro que
Mira
sí! Busca el Barrio el segundo gol. Arché. Arché para Gil. Gil que le puede pegar a este Gil. Buen recorte. Gil al palo. ¡Le manda Arché!
¡Dios! ¡No, no, 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 no! Madre mía, qué parada. Y a centímetros del remate, ¿eh?
No, la reacción ha sido impresionante. ¡El disparo! ¡Madre de Dios! ¡Otro que vuela! ¡Otro más! Que está la pelota para John de la Cruz, la quiere levantar, vuelve a pegar la pelota en el cuerpo de un jugador del Barrio, el remate con la puntera y acaba deteniendo a Gerard Vacas. Será córner favorable a 1K. Bueno, a ver.
Gol doble.
Gol doble. A ver, saque de banda. Balón puesto en movimiento, intentaba rematar Mar Valiente, el remate, ¡gol! ¡Pauper! ¡Gol!
Y es
penalti
¡madre
normal.
mía lo de los penaltis!
Penalti normal. Y el que quiere hacer el 0-3 es el número 4, pega Valiente. ¡Vaya cañón! ¡Gol! Ahí están Arnalot y Vacas como candidatos, como guardametas, y también Mar Valiente y Pau Ferojo con la recuperación. Tiene la pelota al Barrio que puede sentenciar el remate. ¡Gol!
Knockout.
¡Gol!
¡Let's go, Barrio! Ponme en 5, ponme en 5, ponme en 5.
El cambio del partido ha sido radical en los últimos 10 minutos. El balón que lo tiene. ¡Ojo!
¡Ay, ay, 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 ay! Jaimitada.
Marca de nuevo el Barrio, gol de Fran Fuentes. El equipo de Juan Arroita, que no ganaba un encuentro con esta tranquilidad, entre comillas, al final, con un margen tan amplio, con 2 goles dobles que han hecho pasar el partido del 0-3 al 0-7.
Paufer, ha costado, pero por fin ha llegado esa victoria tan deseada con goleada.
Ha costado mucho, pero bueno, le damos emoción hasta el momento final, recta final, y ahora, pase lo que pase con Pío, nos lo jugaremos contra ellos.
Eso te iba a decir, pase lo que pase con Pío, la semana que viene, o ellos, o tú, o tu ex equipo, o tú.
Bueno, o el Barrio o ellos, pero sí. La vida, yo qué sé, no sé, son cosas muy raras que suceden, pero ahí estaremos. Ahora estoy en el Barrio, así que espero que gane el Barrio.
Enhorabuena y a disfrutarlo.
Gracias.